YouTube, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Thought I'd make another video on the TI's CC3 aftermarket radio. This is going to be a quick one. I had no intentions on making another one, but I thought, you know, what the heck, I'm going to make one more. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna talk about how I use it, my daily use, the apps that I use. That's what this video is gonna be about. It's gonna be about what I use this for, and the apps that I use every day, pretty much. 'Cause I pretty much use the same 6 or 7 apps almost every day, depending on how long my drive is or what I'm doing. All right, so that's gonna be the premise of this video, and I'm gonna get right to it because I don't want to waste anybody's time. So thanks for watching my other videos, and let's get right to it. So first and foremost, before I get to the apps, you always want to keep your apps updated, because if you don't, it'll just like crash on you, especially YouTube. YouTube has to be updated a lot. So you just go to the Play Store. Again, you want to make sure you put data on your tablet, either with a physical SIM card you can put inside, which I don't, or use hotspot on your phone, which is what I do. So I just go update my app, see if I got any that need updated before I do anything. And sure enough, I got 6 updates. YouTube has to be updated a lot. It's crazy, but it is what it is. So those got to be updated. Just gonna let those roll in the background, and we're gonna get right to it. Always want to check those. Go into the Play Store and check your apps. All right. So I'm gonna let those download in the background. Now, let's get to it. So you always want to make sure your apps are updated. Always want to have data, because you can't really use these apps without it. All right. So the main app that I use, is YouTube. You know, I not recently, but about 6 or 7 months ago, got YouTube Premium, and man, that thing is godly. It really is. I mean, not having no ads is so good. But also YouTube Music too. When you get YouTube Premium, you automatically get YouTube Music, and I love it. You know, I still use my Apple Music, make no mistake, but I love, where the heck did my Apple Music go? That's tough. There it goes. I thought I had it on there already. So, you know, I told you in my last video, this thing is real touchy. But yeah, I love YouTube Music, and I use my Apple Music, but YouTube is the best. You know what I'm saying? I use it almost every day on my drives just to watch videos, because I really don't listen to local radio. You know, I live near Philadelphia, and I'm not a Philly anything fan. I do listen to their sports talk radio sometimes. I live in Jersey, South Jersey. But I'm not a local fan by no means. So I really don't listen to them a lot. So, you know, I listen to a lot of, I go to YouTube. You know, YouTube is the best. You know what I mean? I mean, who doesn't watch YouTube? So it's nice to have that. And that's probably my most used app. And YouTube Music, I use all the time. Now I'm going to get to that though. But I'm gonna get to my music, but I'm just gonna talk about like other ones. One thing that I'm starting to use a lot. If you have Amazon Prime, then you automatically have Audible. I recently got into a certain podcast, like Dana Carvey and David Spade podcast. It's hilarious. I'm not trying to plug anything, but I'm just letting you know what I use it for. So yeah, I've been using that, Audibles. It's the best, really. You know what I mean? So I use that a lot. And then I want to talk about some of my last videos. Okay, that's Audible. Where I had like HBO Max and like Netflix and all that. And some of those, I'm gonna full transparency here. Some of those you can download those on here, but they don't work on here for licensing reasons. So I just don't use them. I can go onto the website, like if I go on Google Chrome and go to the Netflix website, like I know how to get around it so that I can watch Netflix, but I don't really need to do all that, because I'm not in my car that much to watch movies, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're driving, you really can't watch it anyway. You know, when me and my wife drive, for a little bit of a distance. Honestly, we take my car, even though like she has a much newer car. You know, I have a 2014 Cherokee, and she has a 2022. So but mine has this. So we watch movies on long distance drives. So the main one that I use for that is Amazon Prime Video. That works on here perfectly fine. It seems to work a-okay, 100%. Everything on here works. You know what I mean? So I could watch pretty much whatever I want on here. You know what I mean? With Amazon Prime Video. So that's the main one that I use for like movies and stuff like that. And it works like no problems. You know what I'm saying? So I use that. I don't want to get copyrighted or anything, so I don't want to play it, to be honest with you. But I use that for my, you know, for movies and stuff like that. There's other, like the free ones, let me see, let me go to it. Pluto TV, that one works on here. So I use that one sometimes. It could be entertaining, like, you know, I'm old school, I'm an older guy. So, you know, I still watch a lot of 80s stuff. So they have a lot of 80s stuff on here, like 21 Jump Street, stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of that stuff works on here. You know what I mean? So I watch that. You can make it full screen. See what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it's great. So, you know, they don't all work. Like HBO Max doesn't work on here. Paramount Plus, again, if I go to the websites, I know how to finesse it to go to it, but I'm not going to go through all that. If we do a long distance drive, maybe, but those don't work on there. You know what I mean? So I don't really worry about it. Prime Video is good enough, and Pluto and Tubi TV works on here as well. So those are three perfectly fine streaming apps to use to watch like TV shows and stuff like that. That works just fine. But I watch YouTube more than any of those anyway, so that's irrelevant. Now, as far as music is concerned, YouTube Music, I love it. This might be small, but one thing I like about YouTube Music is like you could watch the videos too. You know what I'm saying? Of like any song that you play. I love that idea. I'm not trying to like plug like YouTube Music. I know I was talking about it a little bit here, but you know, with YouTube Premium, and it allows you to do that, and being on the aftermarket radio is perfect. You know what I mean? So I use that one a lot, especially for like my 80s music and stuff like that, because that's pretty much all I listen to. And then I use my Apple Music, of course. You know what I mean? If you're ensconced into the Apple ecosystem, who doesn't have Apple Music? I pretty much use Apple Music for my indie music, because the independent music just sounds better on Apple Music. So I listen to a lot of indie bands and stuff like that, and it just sounds better on here. You know what I'm saying? So I use my Apple Music for that, and it's perfect for that. You know what I mean? It suits my needs. These are the ones that I use the most right here. It just disappeared. As soon as you tap it, it's real, like it moves real easy. And of course I use my ESPN. Like this thing is like real sensitive, so you gotta be careful, you know what I mean? But I use my ESPN to listen to ESPN FC, First Take, stuff like that. You know, First Take talks about the same thing every day, but yeah, these are the ones that I use the most. I don't like how it does that. I gotta fix that order. I don't like that order that I have it, but if I haven't showed you yet, this is how you like put your your apps on here. You can hit add, and you can go here. I like putting them in a certain order. So ESPN, where is YouTube Music? Boom, there you go. And then last but not least, where's Prime Video? Those are all like my apps that I have. I use Spotify, but not much. I know a lot of people use Spotify. I don't really use Spotify. But you know, I do have it. I have been using, where's it at? I'm sorry. I have been using SiriusXM because I've been listening to my Howard Stern lately. So, you know, I do have that. I don't use it all the time, but I have been listening to it because it's the only place to listen to Howard Stern, so I do that. But yeah, so, you know, that's pretty much what I use this for. Everybody's different, of course, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to make a video about what I use mine for. One more thing too, every time I mess with the equalizer, it just gets better and better, the sound. I love the idea of, this might sound coming from a newbie and all that, because I don't know a lot about cars, but I just love being able to do this, because every time I mess with it, it just keeps getting better. Because like I said in my first video, when you first install this into your car, the sound is trash. It really is. So just know that if anybody is watching this and hasn't seen my first video, I'm telling you, if you get one of these and you install it, the sound is going to be terrible. So just know that going in, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to your equalizer and fix it. If you mess with it enough, what I suggest you do is play a song. You know what I mean? Play a song while you're doing this and like adjust the sound accordingly, because then you'll see how much of a difference it is. Once you do that, you start messing around with the sound and everything to your liking and all that, and you're good. You know, the sound will be much better, and it sounds better. And the sound too. You can mess with it when you're playing movies in here too, because the sound is different when you're playing songs as opposed to playing movies. So when you want to decide you want to watch movies, if you're doing like a little drive, whatever, you got your kids or just you and the wife or girlfriend, what have boys. Like, mess with this differently when you play movies, because the sound's different. You know what I'm saying? Just mess with it, and you'll find it. There's no such thing as a wrong sound. No matter what you do, you're gonna find a setting to your liking, and it's not gonna mess anything up. You know what I'm saying? So mess with this. It's a game changer. It really is. It's a big difference, and it's great, especially like Apple Music. Man, when I first installed this, the Apple Music sounded trash. But now it's just all the difference in the world, and it works perfectly. So yeah, this is pretty much what I use it for almost every day. You know, I'm just coming into work. I just come to work sometimes a half hour early just to listen to podcasts and stuff like that. I've had this a year now, a little over a year, and I still come into my car and just gaze at it, man. It's so great. I'm telling you. I wasn't gonna make any more videos, but I just wanted to make any more videos about this, but I just wanted to make another video about what I use it every day for. Those are the apps that I use. You might be different, and if you are, that's cool. That's the beauty of this, but that's what I use it for. It's just great to look at. I still get compliments every time I take it to get my oil change and all that. It makes your car a little bit more modern. Like, I get stuff all the time. People can't believe this is a 2014, but guess what? It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. You know what I mean? So get one. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. This is what I use one for. This is what I use mine for. And I told you it wasn't gonna be a long video, but here it is, 13 minutes. So I appreciate your time. This is what I use it for. And thanks, YouTube. If you got any questions or whatever, you want me to make a video on another one, I don't plan on it, but hey, I will. I want to venture out into other things, get a little bit more sophisticated in my videos. But thanks for watching. I'm out. Later.